So to undo the ABS sensor, you need to unscrew this bolt, which is a size 13. Oh. And I thought that would free it up. Apparently it doesn't. So, oh, I'm sorry you can't see anything. It actually requires quite a bit of fiddling, but this is the ABS sensor. Just toss it aside like the caliper. Next up, I was thinking about undoing the steering rod. Yeah, it's probably my best bet. So, you know. So I went to the store, got myself a new socket for the nut, and a new very long 3/8 breaker bar, a decent one, unlike this one with the fixed angle. It has a swivel on the end, the other one, so I can pull it straighter on the nut. That didn't work. So I called in a favor from someone and got to borrow his impact driver and a little air compressor, and it did the job on this side. I'm having some difficulties on the other one, but I sprayed some WD-40 on the nut on the other side, and I'm hoping I'll manage to get it off. So next up is removing the driveshaft. Our suspension was already undone, so I'm going to knock the driveshaft in. So place the nut on the shaft so you don't damage the threads, and you should be able to I think it's loose, so yeah, it's loose. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to try and get it out without removing the strut, just to see if it would work. I don't think so. That's not working. So we're going to disengage our strut from the hub assembly. To do this you need a block of wood and your hammer, and just start whacking it down. Because I remove mine regularly, it comes loose pretty easily, because I always use some copper paste on the strut. And I should be able to get it out. So wiggle it and push it down. It's a bit too dark, so you probably won't see it. Now, make attention for your fingers. So that's that. Now give it a little whack. That wasn't meant to happen again. This is why I removed the ABS sensor. And now, oh, this one is torn. Okay, so now the hubs come off. Something to support this for a while. So it can rest on it. That's good enough. Okay, so our strut's loose, the hub's loose. Gently whack it out, and you should be able to get it out. like I said, I've never done this before, so that's one. To the side. I'm going to try to press the strut on there a bit to keep it in place, not to stress the lower ball joint too much. And I should be able to get this one out if we pry on it a little. I'm gonna get under the car. So, to get our gearbox out of the car, we'll need to remove some things before we can get it out. Mainly the lower strut brace. Bear in mind this is a custom one, as well as my rear one over there. Held into place by these star-shaped bolts, so get the proper sockets for them. We'll also need to remove this crossmember. I believe it's held into place by this one bolt over here from that side, and there's one over here as well. We'll also need to remove this bar and possibly this bit of plastic as well. We need to loosen the exhaust to gain access to the different bolts that are in here. We need to drain the gearbox oil and remove the drive shafts, one on each side. Where is it? It's up there. Yes, this is greasy. Can you see it? Yeah, that's it. Over there, runs through there. And the lower engine mount on this side. The upper engine mount, which is over there somewhere, or the gearbox mount in any way, and the clutch cylinder. Anything else? Possibly the starter motor. Getting underneath the car. So somewhere over there. You can barely see it, but that's a starter motor. Space is really tight, which is why you need to undo the exhaust. And so I will need to undo the rear brace as well. This is not a factory item, the rear brace, so you won't have it. This is a custom item, so okay, time to get going.